Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to Senior Night. Tonight's NFHS broadcast is brought to you by Smith's Mill Implement. It's located on Highway 14, Smith's Mill, Minnesota. Farm equipment in Smith's Mill. This is Jace Emery for the last time this year, most likely, for a home contest for the girls. Once again, it is Senior Night. We have many seniors on the squad this year. They are as follows: Kaylee Anderson, Emma Eustace, Gabby Hagan, Kylie Morton, Hannah Olson, Caitlin Stanky, and Jill Wolf. And we'll talk more about those seniors a little later on. But the Grenada-Huntley-East chain Truman Jaguars coming in with a 12-3 record. I looked at their who they've lost to, and it's St. Clair, USC, and Loyola. So they've lost to the cream of the crop of the conference and some other local schools. But they've handled decisively the others. And it looks like, just by looking out on the court right now, they have a 6'1" and a 6 foot girl, both starters, and I remember them from last year. So the Bulldogs are going to have to do something inside, or this one will be over before you know it. So, and they want a good showing here on Senior Night. This is the last time many of these girls, some of these girls played as freshmen under Coach Taylor Paseo many moons ago now, but they're seniors now, and they're hoping for one last time here at the Doghouse to, wouldn't it be nice to go out with a victory, a big upset victory? And you know, the 7-11 record for the Bulldogs, it doesn't look awful by any stretch of the imagination, but they've had a tough time as of late at home. Monday and Tuesday both blowout losses, so looking to rebound, no pun intended, tonight at Senior Night. We're about 3 minutes and 30 seconds away from tip-off. The Pep Band is in the house tonight. They'll be playing the national anthem when the time comes. And that was Mike Skinner again, getting his mug on the camera. He likes to do that when he gets the opportunity. Your anticipated starters first for the Grenada-Huntley-East chain, Truman Jaguars. Number 11, Mariah Jensen, the 5'7" senior. Number 23, Hannah Johansson, the 5'8" junior. Number 31, Allison Segelski, the 5'8" junior. Number 43, Kenley Pitleski, the 6'1" junior. And number 51, Rachel Shumsky, the 6 foot senior. A little switch up tonight for the Bulldogs. Starting number 0, Caitlin Stanky, the 5'7" senior. Number 10, Gabby Hagan, the 5'7" senior. Kaylee Anderson, the 5'1" senior. Hannah Olson, the 5'6" senior. And Kylie Morton, the 5'9" senior. So Stanky in place of Wolf tonight. I'm guessing it is because it is Senior Night and they wanted to give Stanky a start. Usually Stanky's the first one off the bench. But other seniors that will I could be wrong, but most likely will make some appearance tonight. Emma Eustace and Jill Wolf are also seniors. So 7 seniors on this Bulldog ball club. And we're getting close to tip-off here. And here comes Ashley Johnson, who will be handling the camera tonight. JWP, hats off to thee playing. Grenada-Huntley-East chain Truman, once again, they're well known for how well they travel on their road games, and there's a lot of them here tonight. A lot of Bulldog fans here for Senior Night.
Welcome to the Doghouse. Tonight's featured attraction is a Valley Conference girls basketball game featuring Grenada-Huntley-East Truman Jaguars and our very own Janesville Waldorf-Riverton Bulldogs. This game is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Everyone is responsible for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. I ask you please join us this evening in honoring America by standing as the JWP pep band performs our national anthem.
Wonderful job by the pep band. All right. Bulldogs have to stop the Jaguars early. They can't let this one get to 15-20 in the first half. If it gets there, it's over, in my opinion. So the Bulldogs have to strike quick. They have to surprise them. They have to get on an early run. And they have to contain, and they have to keep building on it because, I mean, these Jaguars are tough. You look at their heights, 6'1", 6 foot, 5'8", 5'8", 5'7", that's the starting line. Our tallest girl is listed at 5'11", that's Cords. Coming off the bench, our tallest starter is listed at 5'9". So, all right, here we go. Morton and Pitleski with the tip. Pitleski wins. And the Jaguars storm down the court. Early foul. Foul is on Sigelski. First foul of the game. Hagen gets it into Olsen. Full court pressure being utilized by the Jaguars. Stutter step dribble over to Hagen. Slashed away by Pitleski. The Bulldogs maintain possession. Olsen calling the shots over to Anderson. Anderson fakes. Drills it in. Blocked by Pitleski, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. That's Shumsky, number 51. Stanky will inbound. Stanky got the start in favor of Wolf. It's senior night. Into Olsen. Olsen, the jump pass, gets it over to, eventually ends up in Stanky's arms, over to Olsen. Hagen puts it up, it's off. Rebound, Pitleski heading the other way to the Jaguars. Down low to Shumsky. Shumsky for two, it's off. Pitleski, no one boxing her out, and she puts it in. Boy, you cannot afford to not box out a girl that's 6 feet tall. It's the only way you're going to out-rebound her. Hagen over to Stanky. Stanky fakes, gets it to Anderson. Anderson fakes, inside drive. Anderson ties it up at 2. Jensen down low to Pitleski, and Pitleski puts it in for 2. So Pitleski's up to 4 on the contest. Hagen loses the dribble. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Jump ball is the call. Possession will favor the Bulldogs. Cords coming in for Stanky. Cords hoping to provide some height to negate the height advantage by the Jaguars. Grenada-Huntley-East, Shane Truman. 2 high schools, 1 team. We've talked a lot about Truman. We'll talk more later in the contest. And Olsen puts it up, it's off. Pitleski the board. Heading the other way is Shumsky. 1-on-1. And she puts it right in. When the 6'1" post is running the floor, you know that's not a good sign. That's tough to defend. Anderson to Hagen. Hagen to Anderson, nice pass. Anderson the shot, it's off. Rebound, Jensen. Jensen heading the other way. Down low to Shumsky. No look pass. 3-pointer is in for Sigelski. 9-2 our score early in the first half. Over to Hagen. Kind of an awkward dribble there by Hagen. She does regain the possession. She thinks about the 3, passes it off to Anderson. Anderson calling the shot, so almost like a 1-4 type zone that was being used by the Jaguars there. Now it's out of a... And loose pass, and it's heading to the Jaguars of Grenada-Huntley-East. Shane Truman. Hagen has exited. Wolf has entered. Senior for senior. Shumsky heading down. 6'1", I think she's listed at. And just almost deja vu all over again. It's the same thing we just saw moments ago. Crowded Wolf in the paint. Turnover, Jaguars heading the other way. Jump stop, and it's in for Johansson. And the Jaguars are on an 11-0 run. Well, that'll end that. I can take that right off the screen. It's in for Anderson. That's Anderson's 4th point of the contest. She has all the Bulldog points so far. Jensen, the inside drive. It's off. She wanted some sort of a call, but it's off the back of Olsen. And then Sigelski can't handle it. I think it's going to... Yes, it is Bulldog basketball. Anderson will inbound in front of the JWP bench. Morton takes the seat. Lynch in. Olsen. Down low to Cords. Oh, blocked by Pitleski. And Jensen heading the other way for the Jaguars. Jump ball is the call. It was a, looks like it was a, I'm not sure if that would go into the book as a block shot. I don't know if the shot ever was officially attempted, but it was a nice defensive play there by Cords. Jensen will inbound. Gets it in. Tried to force it to Shumsky, and that, and then there's a foul. Foul is on Shumsky. That's her first. Team second. And Jensen will take a seat for the Jaguars. Number 21, Brianna Pearson, the senior, has entered. Lynch to Shook. Blocked by Shumsky. Sigelski will inbound. I think we'll be hearing that a lot more tonight. Blocked by Shumsky, blocked by Pitleski. They're too tall, they're too long. And all the way down the court goes Johansson, splitting the defense. And it's up to a double digits, 15-4 lead for the Jaguars. Olsen on the other end calls, wait. Oh, and it's called on Wolf. So offensive call, no basket. I didn't see what happened, but must have been some sort of a push-off by Wolf. Boy, these Jaguars, oh, she stepped out of bounds, yep. These Jaguars, they go full speed. They're tall, but they certainly are quick and fast as well. Sometimes you see a tall team and they're just tall, that's it. But that's not the case with these Jaguars. I wonder if Shumsky's getting any interest from college teams. I know a lot of Division III teams would love to have a 6-footer. Blocked by Olsen. Wolf back to Olsen. But, you know, it might be Division II teams looking at her for all I know. I'm not aware. Block by Pitleski. Stolen by Shook, so sloppy play both sides. Lynch the 2, it's in. Lynch, a sophomore. Oh boy, and yeah, it's a nice move by Pitleski. She's been doing that for a long time, I bet, that turn move shot, that post move. Out to Shook. To Lynch. Lynch for 2. It's off. Rebound, Jaguars. And Coach Prunty utilizing the bench right away. Rebound, Lynch. Budak will enter soon. The only one who has not entered is Eustace, the senior. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her later. It is senior night. Nice put in there by Olsen. Timeout called by the Jaguars. And we will go to our local sponsors at this time. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Nice pass down low to Shumsky. She puts it in for 2. Anderson out to Lynch. Over to Anderson. To Morton. To Hagan. Hagan fakes and she traveled. Hagan's had a bad habit of doing that this week where she gets in the corner and when she fakes, she starts stepping. Oh, it's stolen away by Anderson. Over to Lynch, right off the inbound pass. Anderson, and yeah, that's going to be a travel too. Same thing Hagen just did, where you move both feet. Whoa, and wow. Loose passing by both teams has caused a lot of turnovers in this first half. It's kind of keeping the Bulldogs in the game a little bit. And that's going to be a foul on Pearson, I believe. It is. Subs coming in for both teams. Olsen back in the game. And number 45, Peyton Becker, the senior, coming in for the Jaguars of Grenada-Huntley-East Jane Truman. $10-11 to go, first half. Hagen will inbound in the corner. Nice pass. Three-pointer is good for Hagen, and that's what the Bulldogs needed. Jensen back in. Oh boy, that didn't look good. Jensen down, and the ref's going to talk to her and make sure she's okay. And the ref saying, the coach questioned why he stopped it. He said, the ref said, I just wanted to check she was okay. It looked like a kind of an awkward fall there, but Pearson on the other end lengthens the lead to 23-11. Anderson, the inside drive off the backboard, bank not open, and that's going to be a reach-in by Morton. Down low to Becker. Becker puts it up and in. It's a post-oriented offense. You don't see that very much in 2016, but when you have the size, you utilize it. Olsen for three, and these three-pointers are kind of keeping the Bulldogs relevant in this one. Another wild pass, but you know what? Off the foot, it is turned over. I was about to compliment him, but you can't do that when you dribble it off your foot. Olsen to Stanky. Hagen, it's off. And it's an air ball. Out of bounds. Hagen fakes. Good board by Cords, and she puts it in for two. Stolen away. Nice lead pass to Hagen, and Hagen puts it in for two. Timeout called by Coach Utek of the Grenada-Huntley-East Jane Truman Jaguars. And let's see. There's obviously this is the final scheduled home game of the season, so I don't know if there's going to be a conference showcase home game here. I'd say unlikely, but check the website. And once again, I doubt we'll have a home playoff game at sections or subsectionals, excuse me. But that's not coming up till later next month, so plenty of time for that to change. And if you want to follow the team on the road tomorrow night, they're at Belle Plaine. Belle Plaine, of course, the 2A champion in volleyball this past year. Just like Waterville Legion Morristown was the 1A champion, Belle Plaine was the 2A champion. So you know there's going to be some good athletes on that Belle Plaine squad. And next week, Maple River and St. Clair. All on the road from this point forward. Nice pass down low, but Shumsky couldn't put it in. And there's going to be another foul on the Jaguars. That's the third foul on Shumsky, and Becker will come back in. So we won't have to worry about Shumsky, probably not, for the rest of the first half. So that's good news for the Bulldogs. Over to Stanky. Down low to Wolf. Olsen for three. Bulldogs have been hitting those as of late. Rebound Pitleski. Out to Jensen. Down the court and almost hit Coach Prunny. And Coach Prunny gets a laugh out of that. Bulldog basketball. Olsen. Top of the key. Out to Stanky. Stanky hesitates. Back to Olsen. Down low to Cords. Cords, not sure what happened. Shot got redirected somehow. Didn't come anywhere near the hoop. And that's Jensen with the ball for the Jaguars. Out to Pierce, that's Sigelski. Pitleski. Out to Jensen. Jensen fakes, inside drive. And there's going to be a shooting foul. And that foul, I believe, will be on Stanky. It is on Stanky. Stanky, one of the many seniors on this Bulldog basketball club. Final scheduled home game, I should say. We've seen it before where there's a senior night and then they come back a little bit later for another home game. It's because it's a conference showcase game or it's a playoff game. Second free throw is off. I'll update the score. It is 26-18 in favor of the Jaguars. And we'll get the foul off the screen, and we'll get back to the basketball action. There we are. And there's the foul again. There's a shooting foul. Foul is on Johansson. That's her first, team fifth. Free throw is up and in for Shook. Bulldogs playing, pretty good. To be just down 7. At times it looked like the Jaguars were going to open this one up. Remember, they went on that 11-0 run. Jump ball. And the Bulldog fans appreciate the effort by the Bulldogs on that one. A good ball movement by the Jaguars. Down low to Pitleski, and all Morton can do is put her hands straight up. And Pitleski knew the post moves well enough to get the shot off and in. Anderson for three. It's in. And, the three-pointers they're really keeping the Bulldogs in this one. I think they're 3 for 4 in the first half. Boy, if you can shoot 75% from beyond the arc, you got to keep shooting. Jensen, the spin move. Over to Sigelski. Excuse me, that's Johansson. It's off. Rebound Shook. Shook getting some decent minutes tonight. Shook is a junior. To Olsen. Over to Shook. Back to Olsen. Anderson comes away with it. It's off. Rebound Becker. Heading the Jaguar way right now. That's Jensen. She likes that spin move. We'll see if she does. There it is. Over to Johansson. To Becker. Down low to Pitleski and puts it in for 2. And that's tough to defend. Down low to Wolf. And they're going to call it. I have to admit, I'm a little surprised they called that foul. I thought Wolf initiated it, but the ref in disagreement. And Wolf's heading to the line for 2, and that's okay if you're a Bulldog fan. Wolf puts it in. So Wolf gets some points on senior night as well. Wolf, I know she's been playing since at least her sophomore year. I remember when she first came up with Coach Paseo as a sophomore. She had a very good sophomore season. Stolen away, but then a palm was called. So unfortunately, they turn it right back over to the Jaguars, do the Bulldogs. Down low to Pitleski. And boy, it's same old song and dance. She's just, she's chopping them up. A three-pointer by Olsen. It's off. Good box out there by Jensen. And Becker comes away with the board. Now it's over to Jensen. Down the court. And Pitleski for 2. They know who to go to. You go to the golden goose that lays the golden eggs. And you don't stop that from happening. You just keep letting it happen. Second free throw was up for Budak. Foul was on Becker. Misses them both, unfortunately, for Budak. Behind the shoulder pass. Three-pointer. It's off. Good box out by Hagan. She gets the rebound from Pitleski. Down the court, Olsen. Nice pass to the Cords. Cords, oh, can't finish. Pitleski the board. It's a 3-on-1 if the Jaguars can use it. And it's a foul, and Johansson will head to the line for 2. Foul is on Hagan. That's Hagan's first, team 4th. Free throw is up and in. Second free throw is good as well. Lynch over to Olsen. Budak fighting down low. They give it to her. And Budak off. Pearson with the ball. Johansson tries to force it to Pitleski, and it's going to stay with the Jaguars because Hagen wisely tipped it away. Pearson will inbound again underneath the hoop. And then this time Budak tips it away. Peterson again with it to Sigelski. And to Johansson. And Olsen telegraphed that one. Good job by Olsen. Down 10 points again. Oh, and yeah, that she went for that behind the shoulder pass again, and this time it didn't work. Nice. Oh, and yeah, Budak is almost riding her like a horse there. Stop the clock there. Put the foul on the board. Free throw is up. Off the front. Wolf back in for Hagen. Both free throws miss, and Hagen comes away with it. Hook pass to Lynch. Lynch gets down low, mistimes her jump. Olsen, that's going to be a 2. And Pitleski, the tough board. Gets it over to Sigelski, number 31. To Johansson. Johansson fakes. Oh boy, where's that one going? Pearson wisely gets it. Pitleski at the top. Unfamiliar territory. Pearson's fake. That, yeah, it shouldn't have been a call. Good. Excuse me. Heading the other way is Lynch. To Hagen. Misses everything. And push pass. I thought there was a travel there. Not the case. Somehow saved. Down low. Rattles out. Jaguars follow it. And boy. And the foul. With 1:08 to go. Morton and Stanky will enter, as well as Anderson for the Bulldogs. Jensen will enter for the Jaguars. Johansson's free throw is up and in. It's off, Wolf the board. Pitleski waiting for someone to do something. Jensen the long 2. It's off. Morton, good rebound over to Anderson. And I'm going to hide clock. We're at 31 seconds to go in this first half. Stanky fakes out to Olsen. Olsen the long 2. It's in. And that cuts the deficit to single digits. Jaguars looking to take a final shot. 14 seconds to go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. There's a player down for the Jaguars. 6. She's not happy. Number 31, Sigilski. He took a bad. Yeah, I think she's got to go out. Boy, she's upset about something. I didn't see what happened. She was on the ground. She must have got bumped. She heads right to the end of the bench. 5 seconds. And it's Hodge entered for the Jaguars. They're 1. And no shot off. And we go into halftime. Closer game than some people thought it was going to be, probably. 37-28. And we will go to our local sponsor. All right. Second half action. About to start. 9-point game. Can the Bulldogs make up 9 points in the second half? It's senior night. If it can happen any night, it can happen tonight. All right, Olsen with the ball. Over to Anderson. Attempted steal by the Jaguars, not successful. Wolf back to Anderson. Shook getting the start in the second half. Floats it over to Anderson. Wolf forgot to start the second half clock. Kickball the call. It'll be Bulldog basketball underneath. Olsen for 2. It's off. Nice rebound by Wolf. Heading the other way are the Jaguars. 2-on-1 if they can use it. And they do. That's Johansson. Back to double digits. 39-28. 11-point lead. Shook. And it's saved by Anderson. Over to Olsen. Olsen for 2. It's off. Got to get that rebound. If you're Shook underneath, it was right there. Johansson, I thought she stutter stepped. She didn't. Oh, and we can't have this. Pedleski puts it up for 2 and the foul. She'll head to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Hagen and Morton coming in for Shook and Wolf. One free throw. It's in. 42-28. So the first 5 points of the second half go to the Jaguars. Hagen for 2. It's off. Rebound Pedleski. Down court pass to Johansson. Johansson waits for Shumsky. Oh, and here we go again. Shumsky puts it in and draws the foul. It's in. And it's the Jaguars starting out on an 8-0 run to start this second half. That's not what the Bulldogs wanted. Oh, a telegraph pass down to Morton. And jump ball is the call. Possession favors the Jaguars. Gets it into Shumsky, who's back. Remember, she had 3 personal fouls in the first half. Shumsky to Jensen. Johansson to Pitleski. Tried to force it to Shumsky, and it's stolen away by the Bulldogs. Heading the other way is Anderson across the center court line. Over to Olsen. To Anderson for three. It's off. Rebound Sigelski. Over to Jensen. Kind of a risky pass there because she could have landed over and back. Nice pass to Pitleski, and she puts it in for two. And it's a 10-0 run for the Jaguars. Oh, Hagen couldn't handle it. It's off. Rebound Shumsky, and they're going full speed, are these Jaguars. A lot of Bulldog fans thought that Shumsky led with the forearm, but it was off on her anyway, so it's going to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs already have two fouls this half. Hagen. Ooh, ill-advised pass stolen away. Down the court. Kind of forced that time to Shumsky. Heading the other way are the Bulldogs. Anderson draws the foul, and that could end the run. Foul is on Jensen. It's a shooting foul. That's her first, team first. Ends the run. First point of the half for the Bulldogs. They were hoping that the Jaguars didn't put 10 up before they got their first. But now they got their second, so. Nice pass down low. Shumsky putting it in. And just like that, it's the largest deficit of the game, 19 points. Anderson to Buduk. And there's going to be a, I think it's going to, is the foul going to be on Shumsky? Nope. It's on Shook for the Bulldogs. Jaguars inbounding. That's Sigelski into Shumsky. Shumsky back to Sigelski. Down low. Pitleski, beautiful left-handed move. Beautiful. Shook. Floater pass, floats over Anderson, but she was able to rehandle it. Over to Lynch. Lynch to Olsen. Olsen for two. It's off the backboard and in. Down the court they go, and easily put in by Johansson. Anderson off the rim. Big rebound by Pitleski. Blue ball, says the ref. Olsen. Right at about the 13-minute mark of the second half. Lynch, the sophomore, to another sophomore, Cords. Stolen away by Sigelski. And it'll be Jensen who takes it down after the handoff. Jump ball. Lynch to Olson. Cord, oh, she traveled. Cord usually has very good footwork. And the put-in is good. And we're up to 23 points. Olsen inside drive. It's off. Pitleski the board. Full speed ahead are the Jaguars. Towards the board. Anderson to Lynch. Down low to Budak. Blocked by Pitleski. Boy, trying to shoot over her. You know, yeah, there's a lot of things you'd rather not do. That's one of them. You know, they say smoking is dangerous for your health. Well, shooting over Pitleski is dangerous for your game. With many subs coming in for the Bulldogs, the only one staying is Olsen. All seniors on the court: Wolf, Stanky, Hagen, Olsen, and Morton. It might be the last time I ever say those names. After tonight, probably won't say them anymore. Probably the last home contest. Nice drive by Shumsky. And we're up to 57-32. So obviously Utek made some adjustment at halftime. Nice shot there by Olsen. They just keep feeding them down low. That's number 41, Emma Becker, has entered. And that's going to be a foul. Foul's on Wolf. You could probably hear it at home. Shooting foul. I'd like to say hello to John and Annette. Maybe one last time this year for the girls. They're watching in Lakeville. They don't miss these NFHS broadcasts. It's been a lot of fun this year doing these. Of course, first year with NFHS. A lot of new features. It's slightly different than last year, but still a lot of fun. Double dribble, the call. 59-34 our score. Hagen will inbound in front of what's left of the student section. Once the band ended, a lot of them cleared out. A lot of fans cleared out too. Wolf the hook, blocked by Shumsky. Pitleski passes it down the court to Pearson. Pearson the drive. Long rebound handled by Wolf. It's off. Olsen the board and puts it in for two. Pearson over to Shumsky. Timeout called by Coach Rick Utek, and we'll go to our local sponsors. Foul right into the inbound. Only 2 seconds. I didn't even get to start the clock. It happened that fast. Foul is on Shumsky. That's her 4th. One more, she's out of here. They'll leave her in. Hagen to Wolf. Back, might have been blocked a little bit, I'm not sure. Shumsky comes away with it. Pressure defense, jump ball. It's going to favor the Jaguars of Grenada-Huntley-East chain Truman. Now, we talked about that earlier. Truman, for a couple seasons now, has joined with Grenada-Huntley-East chain. This past fall, Truman passed their referendum in hopes that they were going to build a new school, and that'll bring some students back enrollment-wise, and they're hoping they can stand on their own 2 feet in the near future. I'm sure for the coming couple years they'll still be combined, but I think, I don't speak for Truman right now, but I'm guessing that one of the goals is to get back to stability where you can have your own teams. But we've been talking about that a little bit. KUYC's talked about it, so that's good to hear for the people of Truman and the students of Truman, because, you know, small town, those schools are sometimes the heart of the town. And there would have been a lot of broken hearts if Truman closed. I read an article that students from who should be going to Truman because of open enrollment going to 7 different school districts in the areas. So they're losing students left and right, but this is an attempt to bring them back. So hopefully within the next 10 years or so, they're back on their own 2 feet. We saw what happened with USC, where that beautiful new school went in. And if you haven't been there yet, I suggest you check it out, because it's, I don't know if it's the newest high school in Minnesota, because it's in its 2nd year of existence, but it's one of the newest, and it's great. Kind of like when Medford, you know, in 03, when they got their new high school. You compare the new one to the old one, and you say, okay, this makes sense. And Medford, they have a very nice building as well. But, so hopefully everything works out for Truman. And maybe, hopefully one day in the future, we'll see a Truman versus Grenada-Huntley-East chain basketball game. Oh, nice drive by Emma Becker. Up to a 24-point lead for the Jaguars. Free throws off. Push foul. And the Bulldogs, that's their 17th foul. It's bonus town now, the rest of the way for the Jaguars. Lynch will re-enter for the Bulldogs. It's off. So no second half for you. Rebound Shumsky as Olsen hits the deck. 4-on-2 if they can use it. And Shumsky the other way. Can't. Oh, boy. And that's going to be a foul on Pearson, I believe. And Lynch re-enters, and Sigelski re-enters. And let's see, that is Savannah Hodge making another appearance for the The Jaguars of Grenada-Huntley-East, Jane Truman. Now the boys, it was Grenada-Huntley-East, Jane Truman, Martin Luther. So for the girls, just 2 high schools. For the boys, 3. Becker. And then moved by Shumsky, got an ooh and an ah from on that save. Becker the ball. Foul before the shot, so I believe it'll be a 1-and-1 still. Foul was on Anderson. That's her 3rd. Yeah, the ref said play the miss, so it is a 1-and-1. So that was before the shot. Free throws off. Olsen to Lynch. Nice fake. Stanky. Oh, no. Misses. Shumsky the board. I almost think Stanky should have just drove that in and put up a quick layup. And a travel violation by the Jaguars, heading back to the Bulldogs. Olsen the ball, calling the shots. Across the center court logo. To Stanky. Down low to Morton. Yeah. Dangerous for your health trying to shoot over Pitleski. She might be getting close to 10 blocks on the game. And certainly not an exaggeration. If Shumsky had played the entire first half, she'd be pretty close to 10 herself. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. Stanky for 2. And she might be the last time I ever say it. She usually doesn't miss those mid-range jumpers. She's always been good at those. Going back to during summer league ball when I would help Paseo out a little bit. She never missed those in warm-up. That's her shot. Certainly, I would say most of these seniors, this might be their last home game at any level of basketball. I'm not sure if Olsen is going to play basketball at the collegiate level. Nice put in there by Wolf. Olsen, I would say, is about the only one who would probably, at this juncture, have the scouts maybe looking at her a bit, I'm sure. I don't know. I have not heard anything. Last year, Kennedy Strauss, of course, was a decorated prospect. She was being looked at by D3 and D2 schools. To the best of my knowledge, she decided not to play college basketball. For the boys, Kroll, he's playing at Bethany right now. But that's all I know. Whoa. And Stanky and Pitleski jump ball, and Stanky hits the deck. I wonder if we'll see Emma Eustace in this one at all. She's a senior. It's senior night. The game's drifting. We'll see. She's still got the warm-up on. I wonder if she'll get in. She's gotten in other games, so it wouldn't be out of the norm. So Olsen. Olsen for 2, and Olsen puts it in. Anderson will re-enter. Jensen. Oh, and it's a foul after the shot, but it'll count for 2 free throws. lot of times when after a player shoots, they go to box her out and they put a forearm into her and then she hits the deck, and it's a good way to draw the foul. Free throws off. Second free throw's off. Hagen shoots over the outstretched arm of Johansson. And that's going to be stolen away by Wolf. Olsen for three. It's off. Oh boy, that led to the breakaway by Johansson. And that's how it goes. It was kind of a, nobody was back there, so what do you do? Timeout by Coach Prunny with 3:34 to go. And we will leave it here this timeout. Once again, for most of the games this year, it's been me and Ashley Johnson. Ashley Johnson, a 9th grader. She's been taking care of the camera most of the way. And she did it last year, too. We've had a lot of fun this year. Well, we still have some more boys' games. And I'm sure Ashley will do it again next year, hopefully. She's nodding her head yes. So I'll be here. I hope. I love this job. It's not, I don't get paid for it, but it's, the pizza's good. So, and you get to call the call of the action. So, it's been a good time again with Ashley doing it this year. So hopefully this will continue for many, many years to come. NFHS, what an age we live in. What an age we live in, where high school basketball streamed live. Yeah, I believe HD. I think that's what Mr. Adams was saying. I think it's HD. We'll go back to the score bug here. No longer in the timeout. There we go. It's off. Nice rebound that time by Hodge. Hodge is senior, but she double dribbled. Foul by number 23, and that's Johansson. Wolf for two, and hey, shooter's touch. Nice shot that time by Wolf. Nice to see Wolf get some baskets tonight. Good hustle play by Olsen. And then Anderson with the steal. Lead pass to Hagen. Unselfish basketball. Hagen puts it in for two. 63-49 with a little under 2.5 to go. Ooh, close to over and back. Johansson. Over to Pitleski. Jaguars not in any rush to get a shot off. Time is their friend right now. Olsen the long board. Pull up shot. Clanks off. And Anderson gets the board and she's fouled. I believe that'll be the 4th or 5th team foul by the Jaguars. Correct the clock. It's 1:57 to go. Gets it in. Oh, stolen away by Pitleski. Pearson Whoa. And Hagen with the foul. And once again, it's senior night. There were cardboard cutouts of all the seniors in the lobby entranceway before tonight's game. As Emma Becker and Shumsky re-enter for the Jaguars. Second free throw is up for Johansson. Similar result to the first. And timeout by Coach Prunty, and we'll leave it here this timeout. So 65 to 49, 141 to go. It's senior night. Let's see, I have a sheet here that has their most memorable basketball moment. I'll read some of those at this time. Kaylee Anderson taking first place in the Mountain Lake Tournament 2 years in a row. For Emma Eustace, when we beat Water Valley Legion Morristown my sophomore year. Gabby Hagen, Summer League going into 9th grade when we ended up playing with only 4 people by the last game of the night and still beat some of our biggest rivals. Kylie Morton, favorite basketball moment, winning the Mountain Lake Tournament 2 years in a row. Hannah Olson, most memorable moment, scoring her 1,000th point my junior year. It's always been a goal of mine. I was so blessed to have achieved this with my teammates. Caitlin Stanky, when we beat teams in a summer league with 4 girls. I guess that would be a good memory. Jill Wolf, when I was a sophomore, we played Martin Luther, and we almost scored 100 points. We finished 96 to 58. One of the most exciting games I've ever played in. Jill Wolf going to Mankato State. Caitlin Stanky going to Mankato State. Hannah Olson, it's not listed. Elementary education is her major. Kylie Morton, Mankato State. Gabby Hagen, Augustana. Emma Eustace, the National Guard. And Kaylee Anderson, Mankato State. So they're not going too far, a lot of them. Hagen attempts to save. Gets it into Shumsky. Shumsky leads with that forearm. And Wolf the board. I wonder if that's the last time I'll say that. Olson for 2. Way off. Morton the board. There's Wolf the board. So no. It's not over till it's over, I guess. We'll hide the clock. We're under a minute. All right, and yes, Emma Eustace is going to make an appearance tonight. She's going in with Lynch, Shook, Cords, and Budak. Lynch will go in for Wolf, the shooter. And that was the last home appearance for a lot of those girls. I don't know if the fans realize that. I think they would have given them more of an ovation. But what follows? Wolf the board. There we go. I said it a few more times. And she fouls it and puts it in. 65-51. You know what? It was a closer game than a lot of people thought it was going to be. I think a lot of people thought we'd be in running time second half. Not the case. So they fought hard on senior night. I think they have a lot to be proud of tonight. Passing it around are the Jaguars. That's Becker. Pearson. The other Becker. It's off. And jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Jaguars, and Wolf will go out. And that's Wolf's last, it could be her last appearance ever here. The sports anyway. Budak the board. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and traveling with .9 to go. And I put final up. It's not final, so sorry. Oh. And that'll do it. Our final score tonight, the Grenada-Huntley-East chain, Truman Jaguars 65, Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs 51 on senior night. So that could be the end of the trail for our seniors here. We thank them for all their contributions over the past 3 or 4 seasons. This has been Jace Emery signing off for possibly the last time for the girls' games. We'll still catch you on to some of the boys' games. I know they got some home games coming up. But if this is the last girls' game,